Happy New Year, everyone. It is a new year, and I'm a new SnapChick. Not really. It's the same old me. I don't even have a new hair color. Anyway, it's that time of year when a lot of us are making goals, resolutions, you might say. I can't say that I plan to do anything drastically different this year on this channel. In fact, I went back and I just watched my video from last year where I discussed my goals from 2019. There were 6 of them, and I actually kind of have the same goals this year, but I just kind of have an evolution of them. So in this video, I want to share how I did on those 6 goals and how I will be continuing to work on them this year. And spoiler alert, it includes my next photography tour. So the first thing I mentioned was this. I am going to make a commitment to contribute to 5 artists or anyone, people that inspire me. I am making a commitment to finding 5 this year that I want to do kind of a monthly contribution to, similar to my channel membership or my Patreon or my VIP program where people contribute to my work. I want to do the same for 5 people. I did this, but not in the way I had planned. I wanted to do just a straight monthly donation, but I ran into a logistical snag, and I won't bore you with the details, but I have since figured it out, and I will be adding that to what I have actually been doing to support those creators that inspire me. Those things are purchasing digital products like ebooks and e-cookbooks. I know that those digital downloads don't cost the creator very much beyond their initial investment of creating them. So I know that my money is kind of going to them, at least mostly in full. And I've also started doing something much more often that gets underestimated. I've been subscribing to channels, liking videos, watching videos all the way through. And the same thing with podcasts and social media posts. I've even been commenting sometimes on videos that move me in some way. Because I know from my own channel that that type of support is incredibly helpful in creating more opportunities for creators. All right, goal number 2. Models. I want to get more models into my studio. I'm tired of looking at myself. I mean, it's gratifying to be able to do a photo shoot from start to finish all by myself, with myself, and all of that. I can, I'm in my own head, so it's easy for me to be the model, but I want to get more models in. I did actually work with some models in 2019, though not on my own projects. I have been able to do this through press events, which I started doing early in 2019. I've always struggled to have models on my channel because it's difficult to find good models that will do the sometimes wacky and somewhat demanding projects that I come up with. So it's been really nice to take part in these fantastic setups with models where I haven't had to talk the model into getting up and hiking out into a lava field before dawn like I myself have done before. Anyway, I do have a beginning portraiture long form course planned where I may be bringing someone into the studio for that. And then beyond that, we'll see what else I can come up with. I've recently started actually following a few local models on Instagram, so we'll see what kind of projects that I can talk them into. And goal number 3. Continue traveling, but I want to step that up a little bit. I definitely met this goal and then some in 2019. We went to Yellowstone in the dead of winter. That was super cool. I went to Germany to visit the Leica headquarters, which was unreal. But the real big travel thing I did was our very first photography tour. Raymond and I, along with a group of viewers, went to Yellowknife, way up north in Canada, to view and photograph the Northern Lights. Needless to say, it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience that made me want to meet up with viewers again, to share interesting experiences with our cameras. So this year, I have already begun on that as a goal. I have a tour already set up, and I will be announcing it to everyone soon. But as the tour to Yellowknife filled up pretty quickly, I want to share this information and the sign-up page with members first. So I released a video today for you members to learn more about it, and I will link to that in the description along with how to become a member. Next, goal number 4. I'm looking at doing more project-based videos rather than kind of them being almost random throughout the week and month. I did make progress on this. I am definitely working smarter, but also, and you may not even have necessarily noticed this, but I've been often working within larger projects. So for example, I released my first long form course on the channel. It was all about the basics of photography. And the course itself is available to members and it's hours long, but I shared videos with everyone on topics plucked from the course. It allowed me to work on this big project of a course and still provide meaningful content for everyone on the channel. And so this year I am already starting on this goal in kind of a slightly different way. I had the Fuji X Pro 3 on loan from Fujifilm for a few weeks, and I wanted to create a review of it. But instead of doing a bunch of projects on my own and then only sharing the results in a review video, I have been sharing videos along the way, which were not necessarily Fuji specific, but I used the X Pro 3 in the video. Like, I shared how I set up for and edited a time lapse in one video. And I really like the way that worked, so I'm definitely going to continue that this year. The fifth goal was editing. So I kind of want to branch out. I want to experiment with more things this year. I did evolve my editing style this year in several different ways. For one, I dipped my toe into Capture One. I definitely haven't mastered it yet, but I actually did just download the latest version, Capture One 20. So I'm going to be figuring out my workflow with it. Actually, would any of you be interested on videos on Capture One? Because that's kind of a project that I could work on where I'd be sharing stuff with you. Let me know down in the comments. And then Raymond also shared a short course for members on editing for visual impact, but that was in Lightroom. And beyond that, I've gotten better at creating time-lapse videos, which is partly editing related. I never enjoyed time lapses before because I didn't like waiting around for them, but I have grown to appreciate them. And while I don't appreciate the time that it takes to edit them all together, I do love the results. And the last goal of 2019, less restraint. I definitely met this goal and will continue to be me. As someone who is on camera sharing my face and my personality with an audience on a weekly basis, I do have to think about how much I share with my audience. And I don't know if you know this, but people can be jerks on the internet. And reading jerky comments day after day, even though there are so many more nice comments, it can affect how much of me I want to share. I know, insert bikini joke here, go ahead. But I think you know what I mean. Anyway, I kind of let that idea of holding back, I let it go a little bit this past year. And in fact, just like a week or two ago, we shared a video where Raymond and I raced in and then back out of the Grand Canyon. There was more to it, but we really did share bits of ourselves that we may not have shared a few years ago. And I only see that kind of a video happening more often now because it was just plain fun to make. Anyway, I'll share a link to that down below. And what else? Oh, I've been trying to do Instagram stories so that you can see what's going on here in SnapChick land, whether that be how earlier today I shared a story kind of showing how I was setting up for filming, or when Raymond and I went for an early Christmas run in the snow. All right, friends, that is it for the goals that I have at least thought of for this year. I mean, I'm always coming up with new ideas for the channel, and I have some personal goals. I also want to create a new banner image for the channel, but those 6 that I talked about were a good framework for what you can expect to see from me this year. More the same, but hopefully better. So make sure you're subscribed and you can click the bell to be notified when I upload new videos. And like this video, come on, give me some love here. And I would really like to hear from any of you on any goals that you have this year, photography or otherwise. Share them down in the comments. And thank you for watching.